Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where I was in the middle of landing this, and the game crashed, and then the video corrupted. And that's really weird, because I don't know how that happened. But I guess this is the save we're on. I don't know if we've already done the orbit. Let's add a maneuver here. I did an orbit here for the purposes of collecting science. Let's see if that happens. Yes, okay. So we need to do this. So I lost, looks like, all of the progress from that episode, so we'll just have to do this again. We'll grab that, and we'll just do this as quickly as we can. Maybe I'll actually manage to get the Canyons biome this time, because we missed that last time on the orbital pass. There's East Farside Crater. Hey, landing site, we're coming for you. We were coming in a little bit fast when it crashed, but I think we would have survived. I don't know that for sure. We were moving at about 30 meters per second, and we still had about another 100 meters to go, and we were still burning. I'm pretty sure it would have been okay. That said, thrust to weight on this is definitely lower than what I'm used to, so I'm probably just going to start the burn a little higher, just to be on the safe side. Okay, so we'll just bring this on around one full orbit. Northwest crater, we'll grab that. I think we missed Canyons this time as well. It's only there for a very, very brief time, but that's okay. I don't want to be warping at 100x, I want to be warping at 50x. Okay, looks like that's all we're going to get for right now. So, let's make a small inclination change. This is exactly what I did previously. I want to set you as our target. And what I did was I set it... Oops, I did not mean to do any retrograde there. I set it so that this was having the ascending node being directly over where we want to land. Kind of like this. Although, I'm not quite nailing that. There we go. Actually, a little further. Over this way. Yeah, something like this. There we go. And then we oriented for this, although that burn was a few more meters per second last time. I don't know what's different. That was like 23 meters per second last time. It's not like we have a shortage of fuel, so it doesn't really matter. I guess things are just going to be subtly different. This is a very minor burn. So we're just going to warp forward a little bit here. Also, I did check in on our contract situation and on our other flights. We've got plenty of time on those other flights, and our contracts are exactly the same. No change there. Okay, so just something kind of like that. The ascending node is a little off, but that's fine. I want to add a maneuver right around here. We're probably going to have to adjust it because this is, of course, spinning underneath us. So a little bit ahead over like that or so. Yeah, something like that. We'll get oriented for that burn. And we'll just freeze physics quickly, and there we go. This is a 46-second burn. So we want to burn this at T-minus 23 seconds. This is basically exactly the same burn that I did previously. We may want to burn this slightly early, though. No, I think we're good. I think we are good. 23 seconds it is. Okay, let's slightly reorient here, as we have our last couple of seconds. Okay, we'll warp forward a tiny amount. And we will burn. Here's our destination. So last time I started our braking burn at 10 kilometers. This time I think I'm going to start it at 12. We don't have a shortage of fuel after all. Definitely feels like we're overshooting a little bit. That's okay, we can always head back this direction. We're burning in that way anyway. Yeah, we're definitely going to overshoot slightly now that I look at it a little closer. We'll have to adjust for that. This will switch over to prograde in a moment. Okay, we are out of our exploration stage. Okay, that should be reasonably fine. I'm going to orient us slightly differently, I think. Like, I don't know, maybe a little radial? Nope, anti-radial. Something kind of like this. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, now we need to make our way towards surface retrograde. There we go. And we wait. I'm gonna quick save here in case anything happens again. It was kind of weird. Warp down a little ways. And actually, at this point, I want to burn off any extra speed. And get going purely vertically. Kind of like this will do. Yeah, like that. Okay. Actually, we need to be going slightly this direction. Not this direction. This direction. We need a little bit more horizontal speed. Push this way slightly. Okay. Now we'll keep an eye on that. Ideally, I'd like to pass over it. We'll see. And also, we have some unpowered bits on there, apparently. And that's going to cause some seismic reading issues based on the last landing attempt. So in this impacts, you'll see that that's a thing. Let's begin the burn now. The reason I delayed it until 10 kilometers again is that we were going substantially slower than we were last time. Last time when I started the burn at 10 kilometers, we were at like 250 meters per second. Yeah, science cluster's not powered. Hopefully the data was still collected. I'm just going to arrest some of this momentum. Actually, I want to be pushing this direction if we can. Kind of like that. Okay. We're moving relatively slowly here. And actually, this looks like a quite nice trajectory. Okay. Let's begin our slowdown burn again. Killing any horizontal speed. There we go. I want to rotate just slightly like this. Excellent. We're going plenty slowly right now. I'm going to cut the throttle. This differing profile is definitely feeling a lot better. Once we hit 60 meters per second going down, I will start the burn again. We're 2.5 kilometers above the surface right now. That 2 kilometers above the surface. Okay, let's slow down again. This is not the most efficient way to do this, but this is the safest way to do this. We're going to bring it down to about here. Let it fall to about 1 kilometer above the surface. And let's brake again. I'm wasting a lot of fuel fighting gravity here. There's no doubt about that. Okay. We'll hold here for now. Next burn will be at 500 meters. There we go. Here's our shadow. Is this our final burn? Well, probably not. But we'll just slowly descend on down here. Onto the slightly flickery terrain. Okay, and we'll just do something kind of like this. We're still decelerating a little more than I'd like. Gorgeous. Okay, we'll grab the seismic scan and the gravity scan. Excellent. And I will now quick save in case we crash again, but it seems to be stable at this point. So we'll have Ember hop out and grab the surface sample. And then he is also going to grab the ionographer. And assuming he remembers to use his RCS, we'll head over to our base over here, which we landed only 200 meters away from. I'm pretty happy with that, ultimately. It's definitely not Minmus. I'm used to flying on Minmus right now. Or Gilly. It's been a while since we've been back to the moon. Okay. So, we do have a little bit of work to do here. Checking in on some various things. So, let's just head on over. First thing I want to check on is the experiment control station. Power units available 8. Power units produced 0. Power state controller disabled. Ah, right. We had turned that off, but we couldn't turn it back on without there being a scientist here. Weather analyzer is, I believe, enabled. Let's see, power units available 8, power needed 4, that's fine. And I want to check to see... It looks like we did not get any data from that while that was disabled, so that's unfortunate. But we can go ahead and plant the ionographer. Excellent. And now Ember is well aware of what's going on with Valentina, so he's just going to do what he's supposed to do and plant the flag here. Ember is a good boy, and he is going to name this Completely Pointless Flag for Money. Excellent. Good job, Ember. You don't need a disciplinary hearing. Fantastic. So there's that contract done. And our ionographer has been deployed and is beginning to work. Now, do we actually need any additional power here? Technically, we do not. So I think that we're not going to deploy any of our other power here. Now, we do need to transmit or recover scientific data from the surface of the moon. That's going to naturally happen. Okay. Crew hatch is, I believe, over on this side. Far side. Okay. Sounds good. Let's head on in over here. There we go. And I think we're already ready to head back. I mean, without Valentina's shenanigans, we get these things done very quickly indeed. I'm not sure what's going on with Valentina. I've been focused on this mission. Maybe we'll find out when we get back. For now, let's just get out of here. We got the information we needed, so let's go home. I do want to rotate over this way. About like so. And as we leave the slightly flickery terrain, I'm sure it'll be a smooth ride home. Alden doesn't look so sure, but re-entry is fine, Alden. I'm sure you'll be perfectly fine. We're aiming for an apoapsis of about 10 kilometers here, but we might as well start heading over and getting horizontal speed. There we go. Let's get that sweet, sweet horizontal speed. May as well undeploy our landing struts. And off we go. Maybe we'll get some more in-space data on our way out. That would be nice. Of course, it takes about 500 meters per second in total to enter orbit. And we should be checking our orbital speed right now. There we go. So about another 300 meters per second. It's not like we have way more than that or anything. Excellent. So, of course, we should also have no trouble whatsoever getting back to Kerbal, and we can probably recover this whole craft, honestly. We'll be able to do a re-entry burn, which should mean that we don't need any heat shielding. We do have a heat shield on this, but we would have to eject our engine and our fuel tanks to get that heat shield. Apoapsis is currently 12 kilometers, which is fine. Not too concerned about that. We're pushing away from our apoapsis right now, though, so I'm actually going to cut throttle right now. It'll be slightly more efficient to burn up over here, and so that is what we will do. There we go. That'll be fine. I mean, we can probably push that out a little further, actually. Yeah, that'll be fine. We can start getting some in-space high data, maybe. So this is a 16-second burn. We're going to want to burn at T-minus 8 seconds, so in just under a minute. We'll just warp forward a little bit. T-minus 8 is our target. Oh. Collect that. Grab that. We got canyons. Collect that. Okay, we want to burn. And we are officially in orbit. Okay, that's good enough. We'll see what more data we get. But this seems to be fine. Fantastic. It's amazing what happens when the game doesn't crash. Game canyons? We'll get the science from the moon's canyons. Gravity scan. So I believe that's all of the science low that we're likely to get. But at the apoapsis, we are going to raise our periapsis up to be about 100K. And this will get us in space high. I mean, I think 30k is also in space high. But we'll just warp towards this maneuver. Actually, we need to orient for it. There we go. And now we will warp forward a little bit. I'll go on 10x for right now. There we go. And I doubt that we're going to get any more in space near, but in space high, we are probably going to get, and I think the boundary for that is 30 kilometers. I don't, strictly speaking, remember. We are probably on a slightly different inclination, though, so we might see something. Just turn the camera over this way. In case you're wondering, no, my new mouse is not here. My old mouse just decided to work today, so I guess we are happy about that. It's a 7-second burn, so we want to burn at T minus 3.5 seconds. And we're just warping towards that right now. At a relatively low speed, because we're also checking for science. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to get any more in-space low science. I think, anyway. The moon has moved again. Let me just turn the camera. There we go. Okay, I'm going to drop out of this warp quickly and adjust our our heading slightly. Don't want to be on the wrong trajectory here. I mean, I don't think it would really matter if we were on the wrong trajectory. Okay, we are about at the apoapsis here. This is just a purely pro-grade burn. T minus 3.5 seconds is what we're looking for. Right now. We're aiming for an apoapsis of 100. There we go. That'll definitely be in space high. And off we go. I'm going to go up to 50x. I doubt that we're going to get any more in space near. But we want to do an orbit, a high orbit, for sure, before we head back. Yeah, we're in space high now. So, as we approach our apoapsis, I want to raise our periapsis and essentially just circularize, something kind of like that. We'll go ahead and orient for that. And that will be right there. Excellent. And we'll warp towards that. This is a 6-second burn. Hello, gravity scan. Excellent. 40 science. Wow, that's the maximum science. We won't quite get 40 science out of it, but it'll be a fair chunk of that. So we're warping towards T minus 3 seconds right now. And that is going to be in just a moment. So let's get this burn set up. We appear to be good to go. And now's the time. Okay, that's close enough. This is very close to circularized. We're only about 1.5 kilometers apart between the apoapsis and periapsis. That's plenty close enough. So I want to start... No. Okay. That was definitely the wrong button. Let's not be warping right now. Okay. So, I wanted to add a maneuver node. There we go. And we will begin our warp around here quick. Midland Craters. Fantastic. Let's see what else we get. Looks like not very much. We've already got most of this. Yeah, looks like that's pretty much it. Well, we landed, we did what we wanted to do at the science outpost. And now we're pretty much ready to come on home. Hello, Northern Basin. I will happily take you. Anything else? Canyons. Excellent. Anything else? Nope, looks like that is it. So with that, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to bring Alden, Orbis, and Enber right on home. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.